And I feel like every business is supposed to question you like that. Because if you don't have a business that does that, how would you be able to structure properly? If everything is all smooth, how would you be able to level up? How would you be able to make changes? How would you be able to make differences? It's almost impossible. Know the proper ways to invest correctly so that you can profit wisely. You know, I've scaled. I can help you scale.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, no hot pot.
Playboy got it, one man juice, daddy, ayy. Shadow and body, where's the chill out, better money, ayy. Got a exotic cake, bunny man trying to pay. Pushing that money with waste, I do a gun with waste.
What's good, family? What's going on? Just another day at the office. Let me get that off my chin real quick. But just got back from the airport, currently in a Model Y. And while I was driving, I just thought to get some stuff off my chest. So in no way, shape, or form is this video like properly structured or, you know, like in the best recording vibe. I'm actually recording on an iPhone right now. But there's a few things that I just wanted to discuss and share. I did get a couple questions from, you know, some of my last videos about, you know, would you like to share what it costs to start, what it takes to get started, you know, the time that you consume operating the business or whatnot. And I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and like, while I'm driving, because I just feel like driving, it's a cool, gloomy day today. It's not like a sunny day, which has been actually sunny a lot here in Atlanta. So it's one of those days where it kind of reminds me of back home, where I'm from, Indiana, and just how I got started with this and just a lot of stuff in general. You know, like Turo is not the only thing that I do. I actually, you know, push my content, not just on this channel, but on, you know, another channel, which is a couples channel. And, you know, I do a lot of stuff, man. I'm also into fitness and all that. And, you know, I'm really just, I wouldn't say a jack of all trades, but, you know, I'm trying to level up. You know, that's where I'm at in life right now, is trying to level up and, you know, just become more than average. I want to become more than average, and you know, that's kind of what got me started on the Turo or whatnot. A whole lot of stuff got me started on the Turo. I've kind of explained a little bit of that in previous videos, so I don't really want to touch much on that. But a lot of things got me to where I'm at right now. You know, some good, some not so good, but I'm here today, and you know, it is what it is. And you know, with Turo, just to kind of answer the questions and piggyback off of what I said, the comment was, I mean, it doesn't take much to start, but I think it takes much to continue, and it takes much to level up. I know I've spoke a lot about how to get started, and to be fairly honest, it does not take a lot to get started. I mean, as long as you have a vehicle that operates and is not gonna break down on the road on nobody, and you can get your title and registration, insurance, and all that set up, then I mean, you're in great shape to start. There's no how you are not going to do well off or whatnot starting off. And it doesn't really matter what kind of vehicle, so don't let nobody like trigger talk you into some kind of vehicle that you need. Of course, vehicles matter when you're trying to like monetize fully, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's when having a Tesla is very like efficient and beneficial. But just in general, man, like, you can just start with whatever. But when it comes to leveling up, it's a different story. Like, it does require a lot. I mean, there's a lot of times that you might want to like, is this even really worth it? Because no business is perfect at the end of the day. And I feel like every business is supposed to question you like that. Like, is this really worth it? Like, what am I doing? Because if you don't have a business that does that, how would you be able to structure properly? If everything is all smooth, how would you be able to level up? How would you be able to make changes? How would you be able to make differences? It's almost impossible. You see what I'm saying? So basically what I'm trying to say is that, you know, you will be tested in the process of trying to level up, trying to run 6 figures, because obviously you'll be dealing with not just one car, but few cars. I don't really see you leveling up so high with one vehicle or 2 vehicles. Obviously, you need to try your best, study, do research. And when I say research, like, it's not even like research online. Honestly, it's like personal experience research. So over time, you know what works best for you, for your area, and for your brand, or your company, should I say. You know, you just find more ways to market it. You know, even if it's just business cards. I mean, we're in 2025, right? I know business cards aren't like the main thing, right? But at the same time, with a business like this, there's a QR code, right? Like you can't just say, oh, book me on Turo. It's almost like Lyft or Uber. Like you can't just say like, oh, you just open the Lyft app and you're gonna find certified badmans. It's impossible. But you can print out a business card with your QR code to your direct Turo link. And then boom, they can find you specifically and book your vehicle, which is like a great way to market, getting clients, like, especially if you're like a newer city. Like I got a question one time, and I got a DM, and the dude was like, oh, I live in Florida. He didn't tell me where in Florida he lived, but he said he lives in a small town in Florida. Is it still efficient? I mean, it's 2025. These things are growing. Like Turo's marketing strategy is everywhere. Just say Turo, open up your IG app, and watch. They already heard you, and you're gonna see Turo advertising as like a marketing strategy. So all the people need to hear somebody just say Turo. Oh, what's Turo about? And boom, they're seeing Turo and learning more about Turo. So there's that thing in people's head of the basics of Turo, but they're yet to experience it. So boom, you show them a business card. Boom, it don't even matter where exactly you're at. I just feel like you can just put yourself out there in that regards. And if you offer them like, hey, I give you 20% discount, or this is a better deal than Uber or Lyft, and you get to actually drive it yourself and all this different stuff. And if you're someone who's in a busier town, that's actually great as well, because then you could take them away from possibly booking like a Uber or Lyft. And so look, you can actually save money from going from Uber to Uber while running your errands. Come get this joint for 2 days with the business card. So I know that's very, very old fashioned, but that's just a way of scaling and leveling up. Secondly, people think that, okay, you just make money or 6 figures or whatnot from just renting the cars. No, like it's 2025 again. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say 2025 in this video, but 2025, like I'm just saying that to just pinpoint how advanced the marketing tools and how you don't have to stay stagnant in any business that you're doing, and how you can create sources of income around whatever business that you're doing. Back then, and 5, 6, 7 years ago, it was not like that. Like the internet was not monetized the way it is right now. Speaking of the internet, that brings me to what I was about to say is, it's not just renting the cars. I mean, teach the game. Be it on your YouTube channel like mine, anywhere it is, TikTok, get monetized on TikTok, start talking about vlogging your daily Turo life and put people on to that. And from there, you build like a certain crowd, a certain audience, a certain demographic who might be just like how you were before, just looking for something else to make money on, a side hustle, or wanting to quit your job or whatever. And then now you get to put them on game because you're spreading the word, but you're getting monetized for teaching them. Which also brings me to my next point, is one-on-one mentorship and coaching. I recently started my one-on-one mentorship and coaching program, which is going to be offering people and individuals how to get started on Turo and how to grow rapidly, how to fully grow and benefit off of what you're doing in a short amount of time. My experiences will be used to help develop and scale your business. It took me some time to get to where I'm at. It took me a lot of patience. It took me a lot of dedication, a lot of struggles, a lot of contemplation, and a lot of headaches to get to where I'm at, to still keep going. So if I can do it, then you guys can do it too. I just want to help out. I want to give back game. I know there are individuals who are like me in smaller towns who aren't enjoying what they're doing, who may want to go from full-time to part-time jobs because they don't like their coworkers. I've been there, I've done it, and I just want to share my experience to anybody who is interested in leveling up and starting on Turo. So if that's you, DM me in my Instagram socials below. Leave a comment, whatever it is, to reach out to me, and I'll be sure to get to you. Now, besides staying resourceful, it's very important that you stay curious. Never settle, never feel comfortable. With anything in life, never feel comfortable, of course. But with this in specific, never feel comfortable. Never feel like you have it all down packed, right? There's always somebody who's still intrigued. There's always somebody who's still out there trying to develop and scale up even higher. So whilst that person is doing it, you need to be doing the same thing, because at the end of the day, all of this is all out for the taking. It's all out for grabs. Anybody at any moment can surpass you at any time. So you need to stay curious. You need to stay on top of the game, meaning know what kind of cars to get, know how to develop and monetize your vehicles fully. Know that I might make more from this car than that car offering the same car payment. Know that it might be better for me to lease out these vehicles than finance it or try to pay it off or some weird stuff like that. Know the proper ways to invest correctly so that you can profit wisely. Let me say that again. Know the proper ways to invest correctly so that you can profit wisely. Anything that you're gonna do is gonna be a risk. Everything in life is a risk, especially when it's time to be independent and level up. There's a lot of risk that you're going to be taking, so you need to stay on top of it. Fix your credit, because you know credit is key to be able to get as many vehicles as I want, and I need to get as many vehicles as I want to scale up as much as I could. You see what I'm saying? There are individuals that I have met with 10 vehicles, couples with 10 vehicles, 8 vehicles. If they can do it, you can do it too. If I can let my Mercedes go for a Tesla or for more beneficial cars, or letting that go to split up my money to get more vehicles, then you can do the same thing too. You don't need all that flashness. You don't need all of that. I started off with the Mercedes-Benz C300, one of the worst cars to start off with. Literally, it eats up gas like no other. When you rack up miles on any Mercedes, it becomes the worst car in history. It costs so much to maintain it, but I'm still here. So you learn from your mistakes and you just stay resourceful and you just stay curious. I realized, like, this is stupid. Why do I have this Mercedes? Okay, before this Mercedes racks up 100,000 miles, I'm going to go see what I can do to get rid of this motherfucker, do what I need to do with that money. And you know what's so stupid? That Mercedes was paid off. I paid that Mercedes off in 36 months. Stupid. So I sold that Mercedes and I took that money and I decided to start off wisely. This is one of the main reasons why I offer one-on-one mentorship and coaching, is because I know that there are individuals like me who feel like it's like, I already have my car, like it's over. I paid cash for it. I've financed it for so many years. I finally got it paid off. Like, I want to enjoy it now. I get it, but you don't really need cars. I mean, like, they're liabilities in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's turn these liabilities into income streams. Let's finesse the game for once. All our lives, we've been finessed. All our lives. They told us, you know, this, and that. No. And there's so many ways to do that. You know, I've scaled. I can help you scale. So now we spoke a lot about that, but what does it really take physically, mentally, and emotionally? This could get tedious. I'm not going to lie to you. It could get tedious, but at the same time, it's tedious, but also offers leniency and freedom. If you're somebody who wants to scale, then you need to be available. And being available means you need to cut out certain things. You might have to go to sleep earlier because you have to deliver the car at 6 a.m. because somebody has a 7 a.m. flight flying in. You might need to party less on the weekends because on Saturday, that could be the busiest day, right? That's when people are flying in on Fridays, Thursdays. People are flying out on Sundays, on Mondays, on Tuesdays. So you might have somebody who booked on Thursday for 7 a.m. flying out Monday or Sunday at 7 a.m. again. So now you have to go to bed on, you're probably gonna be tired a little bit on Friday, and then the same thing on the return time. So your weekend might be cut short, cut off, or whatnot. It just depends. So you might just have to adjust your lifestyle in a certain way. I think that's the main thing, is having to adjust your lifestyle to, well, I say cater to the individuals, but it's your business, so I would say cater to your business. This weekend was actually a very, very stressful weekend for me in regards to that. That's honestly why I wanted to make this video, just to let people know it ain't just easy. It's not just butter. I was waking up at 5:30 a.m. to be able to deliver by 7 a.m. You already know how my weekend went. I wasn't that guy that was out drinking, having fun, turning up. You know, even date nights have to be cut sometimes because you're too tired. At some point, it does get different. It gets better. You could kind of like, what's that word? I forgot the word where you could hand off work to people, but you kind of delegate, that's the word. You kind of delegate tasks, which gives you more time and more freedom. But that's any business, right? Anything that you're starting off, like, I'm not a vet in this, you know, but I'm not 10 years in this. At some point, you get to that level when you keep going, when you stay consistent, where you can offer to delegate tasks. And that will obviously help you and make more sense for you. But initially, which could be a long period of time, you know, a lot of these things you will be working on yourself. You know, even though you have certain car washes who you can strike a deal with, like, hey, I'm gonna bring vehicles here once a week, like, what's up? But still, there's a lot of tasks you have to do on your own. You don't have to necessarily meet the guest, but you have to drop off the vehicle and all those different things. So that right there could weigh a toll on you, trust me, especially if you have other things going on in your life. Profit wise, it could make sense. You know, it does help out a lot. You can make money, let me put it like that. Profit wise, you can make money. A lot of people talk down on it, but I just think they might be hating, or they just fear what they don't know. A lot of people fear what they don't know. So they just think all outside of it instead of actually thinking about it, like what it should be, right? You need to be thinking. A lot of people don't think about things of what it should be. If there's people on there, they're making money, but people just think around it. They don't want to like accept the fact of the reality because they fear the unknown. They didn't try it. But if there are people doing it, then it must make sense. But anyways, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to share in this video. I'm just here driving. I actually parked to chop it up, but I'm gonna continue my drive. I don't actually have nowhere in specific that I am going to. I just kind of like to just drive around sometimes and just, you know, see what's up, see what's new around the area. I'm still new to Atlanta. Plus, I'm a driver. Like, I just like driving sometimes, especially when it comes to the Tesla. Like, I like the sound system. I like everything about the car. I'm not gonna lie. Teslas are one of my favorite vehicles right now, for sure. For sure. I was just telling my lady, like, look, I'm gonna always have one. Like, we're gonna always have a Tesla. Like, I don't care what model. You know, we can have other cars, but one thing we gonna have for sure is a Tesla. It's just one of the most convenient, comfortable vehicles in the world right now. And the numbers show it. Numbers are everything. Marketing shows it. Like, the amount of Teslas that are being sold, even after they change their look or whatnot, that ugly ass Tesla that they got looks like Teslas already look like a robot, but that one, the new 2025 ones, look terrible. They look like crazy. So yeah, man, that's it, man. I appreciate everybody rocking with me. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you. I can't say thank you enough. This really helps me knowing that I have somebody's attention, an audience listening to me. I don't take that for granted. If you made it this far, if you could kindly hit that subscribe button. Can't really talk, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all stay blessed, man. Skate.